Okay, welcome to the Talk of Life talk show with Elma. How y'all doing today, Linda? How you doing, Kimberly?
Good.
Y'all doing good, 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 good. All right. We're excited tonight because we're going to be celebrating Veterans Day that's coming up. And we have a beautiful person that's going to come on the show and going to share her experience as being a woman veteran. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I'm watching the show and I couldn't see myself. I was going to say, wait a minute now. Because, you know, Carlos was on with me last time, so the stage wasn't big enough for both of us. So I thought maybe they forgot to put me back in the view.
But anyway, they always get into it. They always get into it, so y'all just overlook
Elma
them.
had to keep us separated.
Yeah, I had to keep them separated. You know, they was going at it.
Carlos, yeah, the stage ain't big enough for the both of us.
Carlos was sitting up here.
Yeah.
Well, we finally got Carlos on the show and everything, so we're excited that Carlos even had the nerve to come be on the show with us, especially with Kimberly, you know.
Nice.
But it was fun, though.
We
was
come
talking
on as
about
Minister Carlos, like I gotta defer and give him some honor and everything. Producer. I can talk crazy that he producer.
But you had to respect him as a minister on the show, right?
It was hard over here. It was hard over
Was it hard?
Yeah, it was hard because she was really trying to be nice and stuff. She was really trying to be nice. Yeah, and she was trying not to, go off on him, But I was excited about having Carlos on the show because we have a lot of women, you all, that be want to know who is that guy with that dark, that deep, dark voice, that Barry White voice. And so they finally got an opportunity to meet Carlos on the show. So we thank Carlos for being that great producer that sit behind. Lord have mercy. Oh, can we please pause and have our scripture walk, please? We need some scripture on here. So at this time, we're going to have, and please play us some good music. Please give us some good music. Please do. All right, so the first one is we know that the year is ending, and some people feel like they want to give up, and some people are going through so much. But this plaque tells you never, ever give up. Keep trying no matter what. And then we have, this is our theme scripture. It's Philippians 1:6. Finish what you start. Stop being a procrastinator. You know you only have a few months, so go ahead, get all your shopping, get all your Thanksgiving, Christmas dinner, go to the grocery store because all the sweet potatoes are going to be gone, okay? And then the last one, I will not ever give up on them boys. So them boys. Hey, the Raiders won, Linda. I saw that. I saw they won. I couldn't believe it. But I'm happy that they won for you. I was rooting them on. But anyway, I'm still them boys no matter what.
Oh, I was upset.
All right. I was too because they should have won that one. But anyway, that's all right. Maybe it just wasn't meant for them. I should have been on there playing. Hey. But anyway, we know that Veterans Day is coming up. And we're excited. I know Kimberly has 2 young men in the Navy, right?
Yes.
And the Navy, you want to give a shout out to them?
Steven and Sebastian, USS Kid.
And what about
and the
USS
Tavana.
Billy
And
Fold.
Tavana.
I don't know Tavana's ship name, but she's in Bahrain.
Oh, really?
Tavana's in Bahrain. She's a police officer, master of army.
Oh, wow. She's just going. And then Sebrin's girlfriend.
Vanessa.
Vanessa.
In the Army.
Yeah, so she has a Navy and Army person in her family.
Victoria, she was here.
Yes,
on the
Victoria.
Show. She graduated.
What is she, in Army or what?
She's in the Navy.
She
graduated.
Yeah.
Shout out to Victoria
All right.
for graduating. Right. She's on her way to, I think she said Mississippi for A school, and then she'll be stationed somewhere in Washington State, probably an hour from Sebastian.
Oh, wow.
So, yay.
Yay, so we give them a hats off.
My superheroes.
That's her heroes. And the only person that I had in my family right off my nephew ended up going to the Army. Hats off to John Michael. He spent time, and then my brother spent time in the Army. He's deceased and moved on. But anyway,
my dad was in the Army. I have 2 brothers that were in the Army.
You have a lot in your family.
In the Army.
Yeah.
But he's passed on, and of course, my
Girl,
dad.
you can just.
But they're the veterans.
Yeah, well, that's good. So we want to take the time out.
You have
Who do
who,
you have,
Linda?
Linda?
I have my brother Jim. He retired as a colonel.
Oh,
out of the
wow.
Army,
nice.
and his wife is a Marine, and she's a contractor.
Oh, wow.
But
A
she hasn't
Marine
retired.
and an
Marine.
Army in the house?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And definitely shout out to Rodney.
Oh, yes. Rodney, thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
We love you, Rodney. I was hoping Rodney would have been on the show along with our other guests
Commander,
tonight.
Was he in the service?
Yes, all of them. You know, Commander, we're renting from the American Legion
that's
Hall,
right.
Post 838.
Yeah, that's right.
1250 Mansfield Avenue, Fort Worth, Texas. Hats off. Yes.
Amen.
All right, so
I thought they
no
was
further.
adopted into the.
And we're
Duck it
going
right.
to, we have a special guest that's going to come and share with us. And I'm so proud that she is a woman that's going to share her experience being in the military. So at this time, we're going to welcome Pamela Brown. Come on, Pam. Woo! We're so excited. And we're going to salute her. Yes, we salute you. Is this how it go? Like that? All right. She got it down, y'all. I tell you, she has it down. Thank you, Pam, for taking the time out to be on us
Yes.
for the Talk of Life talk show with Elma. We know that you may have had a busy schedule, but she took the time out, and we're so excited because we try to do recognize the veterans every year. Okay, so just tell us a little bit about yourself. Let me ask you one question.
But first and foremost, thank you for your service.
Oh yes, thank you for your service.
appreciate
Yes,
you.
yes,
We
yes.
appreciate
So
you.
I thank y'all for inviting me tonight. I am excited for being here.
yes, and we're excited
Yes.
Yes.
for you being on the show. So Pam, tell me something about yourself. How did you even get into the military realm? Why did you want to go, and what branch?
Well, what made me go was I'm a military brat, which means that
Okay.
my father served, and well, he's deceased now, but on his deathbed, it was like when I seen him in the casket, I was like, ooh, I wish I would have joined. But when I turned 18, I was like, I ain't going in no military, because we traveled so much, and I felt like I was being left, you know. This is home. Texas is home for
Home
me.
for you, right.
But when you're in the military, you travel all over the world, you're like, man, I feel like I was missing something.
Right.
And so at 18, I'm like, nah, I ain't doing that. Well, I was 35 years old, and my father had passed, so I said, oh, I wish I would have joined the military. And why, you know, like they say, when you speak stuff into existence, it happens.
That's right.
I went back to work. I work out at Coswell. Now it's a long name, but for everybody else, it's called Coswell.
Yeah.
That's what we remember. About.
Yeah, everybody remember Coswell. And so I was at work, and this recruiter came up to me, and he asked me, hey, have you ever thought about being in the military? Man, I'm too old. That's what I told him. I was too old. He was like, how old are you? And at that time, I was 35. So he said, oh, we got something for you. And then he asked me to go take the ASVAB, like a pre-test. And then after I took the pre-test, he asked me to go ahead and get a physical. So then I just knew after getting a physical, they weren't gonna put me in, because I already thought I'm already too old to be doing a whole lot of things, you know. But lo and behold, I passed everything. Then I took the true test, which, man, that was too long, and he didn't tell me to eat before I took that test, because I was hungry after that one. I was really hungry after that. I was mad, too, because he didn't tell me to get no food. But I passed, and then I was so excited about getting in, because I really, really thought that, no, my chances was gone, and I really didn't. But the Navy had a program where they were letting people that with experience, meaning work experience, from 26 to 36, that we go in.
Oh,
and
really?
then we went to boot camp. Our boot camp wasn't as long as everybody else, but
Okay.
we had a boot camp. But for old folks, you know, especially when you used to getting up, going to sleep. But when you got to boot camp, it wasn't no going to sleep till they told you to go to sleep.
Okay.
So
God.
that was the eye opener for me, because I'm thinking, man, I used to wake up at 5 and then by 2, 3 o'clock I could take me a nap and then finish the rest of the day.
They do that.
No,
Pam,
not during that time.
Because Rodney
said,
he says, hi, and I was her recruiter. Then he comes back and he says, she's talking about me. I was her Navy recruiter.
That's Rodney Greenwood.
He wants you to know. He's getting his shout out.
He getting his shout out.
He wants you to know.
A shout out to you, Rodney.
So did you,
This Rodney was her recruiter.
you said you went into the training, did you have to climb the wall and go under
Under
the
the
ditches and all
Oh,
that?
no, that's Army. Y'all get
She was
all
Navy
different.
first.
There's
Okay.
different.
Now, which branch are you in? Navy.
Navy.
Right?
Well, no. I started out in the Navy.
Navy, okay.
And then I end up in the Air Force, which I retired as a Master Sergeant in the Air Force.
All right.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So my career started out in the Navy only because of the age, you know.
Oh, okay.
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 And then there was a swim test you had to take,
Oh my God.
and I'm one of them stereotype black folks that don't swim.
Swim.
So I did pass it, but not in the right amount in their time. Katrina happened, and my records got lost.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
my records got lost during Katrina. So I was like, man, why am I in limbo? I got to do something. So I checked into the Air Force and the recruiter, of course, again, and they allowed me to get in, took all my Navy experience
good,
and
good.
transferred it over to the Air Force. So I did really like 16 years in the Air Force. 5 of them was Navy, and then the majority of my time was the Air Force.
Air Force.
So what do
Yeah.
you do in the Air Force compared to the Army,
The Navy.
Well,
Yeah.
we're all
And the Marines.
basically the same thing. I'm a supply troop.
Okay.
So while I was in the Navy, it was something different. They call them storekeepers and everything.
Okay.
Were you on the ship?
No, ma'am.
Because they're on sea, Air Force.
Well,
and
no,
air.
there's different, okay, in the Navy, I was actually attached to a submarine, but at the time, the women could not like go underwater.
Oh my Lord.
At that time,
You
but
ought
we
to
were
be
still
glad.
attached. Yeah, we were still attached to a submarine unit. But I joined the reserve, so most of my time I wasn't active duty like a lot of people go active
But for
duty.
the most part, Navy would be water, Army, land, Air Force, air.
Air.
Yes.
What are Marines? Just
Their
everything?
land also,
Land,
but
okay.
we all have, even in the Army, they have people like helicopters and things
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. So not just specifically, but they are trained to do ground infantry and everything.
So
But
what
the
did you
Air
do?
Force, for me in the Air Force,
Yeah.
I got parts for the aircraft.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
basically, I sat behind a computer. The maintainers came in and asked me, hey, do you have this? I look in the computer. If we didn't have it, we go reach out to other bases and they ship it to us. And then we give the parts to them so
And
they
you
can
had
keep
to
them.
you had to keep count of everything, correct?
Oh, yes. Even
Yeah.
before we go, we have what we call like supplies that we take with us, and we all have to keep control of that, like the high dollar supplies, how you lower ended, you know, everything like that.
My Lord.
Wow.
Oh, and what shift did you work? Oh, is there a
Well,
shift?
yeah, it is, but it all depends. I like the graveyard shift, or what they would call swing shift or mids.
Yeah.
I like that shift better because anytime I was deployed, I got to talk to my family back home. So if I'm on the late shift, it was day over here. So I got to always talk to family. I didn't have to wake them up in the middle of the night
Okay.
or anything like that, because that's the hardest part. If you're on days, your family's sleeping and you're trying to
Right.
have that time to where you can talk to them
Right.
while you're gone.
So where
know.
where exactly did you go? What-
Different places.
countries?
Different places. Like growing up, we were stationed in the Philippines. My dad was in the Air Force, so that's what made me
Yeah, okay.
want to go in. But he was stationed in the Philippines, and then a lot in the United States. We travel around here. But me personally, I was stationed like in Korea. I did Afghanistan, Iraq.
Whoa.
I did Romania.
Dang.
Well, I was deployed. Well, they didn't call stateside being deployed, but we did have like a deployment to Georgia, which that was my last deployment was to Georgia. But what we had to do there, we was protecting still, you know, the United States down
Yeah.
in Georgia.
Yeah.
But you wasn't, was you in the middle of the war? Or?
Yeah, anytime I went, like
Wow.
my first time was going into Iraq. That was the scariest for me because
Yeah.
that was my first time being in a war zone and everything. And the first time I got to work that night, like I was in the where we were living at, like it wasn't a barracks, but we were in like a little trailer. And I was there by myself, and the lady that was sharing the room with me, she was at work. So the first thing I hear is bombs going off. So, hey, I didn't, I couldn't sleep or nothing. But then a knock came at the door because they had to do check. I ain't open that door. I felt like if you had the key to get in, you gonna come in.
Right.
But whoever knocked at the door, they stayed. So it was the lady that shared, which was my good friend. Her name is Selena. Well, she forgot her key.
Oh,
She had to go all the way back to work because I wasn't letting nobody in.
She's like, it's a bomb.
Why
out
were
here.
you scared that somebody was gonna come in there and kill you or something? Because this was during the war, right?
This is
I didn't know what was on the
Going-
outside.
She wasn't
I
gonna
just
try to
knew I
find
was
out.
on the inside, and I had, that was my safety.
That
was my
Well,
safety.
we know you
being
can
on
be
the
in a
inside.
scary movie.
But
You're
she
not
should
gonna
have
move.
said, "Hey, this is your whatever."
Yeah, she should have said
That's
something.
what
but
she should have said.
She
Something.
just laughed at me because when she went and got the key and opened the door, she said, "Why you didn't open up that door?" I said, "Girl, you on the outside, I'm on the end. You had to come get me because I'm not gonna let you just come in on me, And so we laugh about that, but it was a good experience because she was the one who actually trained me, and she helped me get over a lot, like just calm down. She helped me calm down.
So you was in Georgia for how long?
We did 4 months. It was like 4 months down there in
4
Georgia.
months.
Oh.
Okay.
But it was a good thing because I got to when we had to pull them 12-hour shifts, I got to cook for them. We all pulled together and made a meal and everything, and all the guys would be happy for days like that because sometimes when you don't know where or who gonna be cooking for you, but at that time
Yes.
they knew it.
Okay, so you're talking about the country Georgia.
Yeah,
Oh.
in the States.
state.
We were
Oh, in
stateside
the
during
state.
that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stateside.
But when we were in Afghanistan and other places like that, you ate what you ate.
Ooh, what
Yeah.
kind of food did you have in that game?
Well, some things like in Afghanistan, we had a canteen where people cook for us, and then we go in there and we eat. There.
Wait,
was it good food? Or?
What did you eat?
It all depends. It's edible food. I'm not gonna say it's a home cooked, like
Meal.
Right. But it's edible. You survive
can-
with
you
it.
can
You
eat
know.
it, huh?
Yeah, we can eat it. It was
You know, 'cause
edible.
And you
but-
don't ask no
but
questions?
there was no. But I did get sick over there because I remember we had to take malaria pills, and them
Oh,
things
yeah.
messed my stomach up.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like while I was there, I had people send stuff from home. I'm like, man, can
Rodney
y'all
wants
send
to
me
call
some food?
in.
I'm
Wow.
like, can you send me some food over here? They send different things, not
Right.
no lot of good
Right.
stuff, but the little bit that they did send me, I was all happy for.
Oh my God.
Wow, that is
That
something.
is something. How long were you in there? Out in the service? 20. How many?
21 years I did.
21
Total,
years
Total,
total.
yeah.
Oh,
My
okay.
Both
Lord.
branches.
Okay, so I know you mentioned. I know Rodney was one of yours. So here it says, were there any significant mentors or comrades who had a lasting impact on you during your service?
Yes, Colonel Jones, when I first went in to the Air Force, that was. Well, my commander from the Navy, he was doing everything that he could to keep me. Like he was telling me, go do this, go do that. And so I was doing everything, but of course, when your records get lost, but I say that was God, because that was my way of getting into the Air Force. So my first commander in the Air Force, and my last one really were great because they were people.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes you got the commanders that forget that they're
Yeah.
a person and
Right.
they don't treat you like people.
Right.
Well, the first one that I had, he would, at the end of our weekend, like they call us a weekend warrior because I was in the reserve. At the end of our shift, he would always shake everybody's hand that was in there, in our room. He didn't leave us without shaking our hand and say, see you next time and have a great month and different
Right.
things like that.
Right.
So that touched my heart because I was like, I felt so great that somebody is there to thank you for
They
what
care
you do.
about what
you're
Yeah,
doing.
care about
Yeah.
what you
Right,
do.
right.
And then the last one, she was great. So she was a female. So I had a male coming in, and then when I retired, a female retired me. So that was even great knowing
Wow.
So how did you feel retiring? I mean,
My sister and them laugh at me because in reality, I've retired from 2 jobs already, but I really haven't retired yet. And every time I say I'm going to retire, she said, "Be quiet,
'Cause you're not gonna
still-"
do it.
That's it.
Yeah, you're not
That's
gonna do
exactly
it.
what she says. She tells me, "Girl, you always talking about retire. When is the real?" I said, "No, I'm gonna do it for real." She said, "Nah." So
You
she
ain't gonna
just
do it.
waiting to really see, because I can't stop. I
know
just
it.
the energy is off in me, and I
Right,
got
right,
because
right.
you wouldn't know what to do with yourself,
No,
would you?
she
No,
wouldn't.
I really wouldn't.
No.
That's why I volunteer down here at the American Legion,
Mm-hmm.
because it gives me that camaraderie with the other fellow people
That's
here.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
good.
So, yeah, so
Right.
that's good about being down here. I love it.
So what do you do here at the Post?
At the Post, I do a little bit. I work behind the bar. I started out Miss Virginia Rest-A-Soul, which
Yeah, we miss her.
she was one who started training me, and then once she passed, I took on her, the responsibility of the bar, and we tried to encourage everyone to come in, have fun.
Yeah.
We do line dances on Friday nights from 7 to 9, which we have lots of fun. That's my exercise time, you know. But also, it's just fun being behind there and getting
Yes.
people to come back to what it used to be, you know.
Do y'all sit there and talk about old time, what you did in
The
old
men do. The men talk about.
That's all they talk about.
Oh yes, they talk about. And then Rambo, which whenever we have our meeting, he always talking about
Who's
he ain't
Rambo?
no blow Joe and all this, and we just Rambo be quiet. The one he used.
Is that the one that always dance at the
Yes,
banquet? He like
yes.
My Girl.
Yes, he
That's
loved
the
My
one
Girl.
that be dancing
Okay.
at the banquet. He loved that song,
Yeah,
My Girl.
My Girl is his song.
That's his song, honey. He loves that. Okay, well, let me ask you this, because I know a lot of time at my job, we really serve our veterans on my job. And how did it feel for you to transition from being in the military to back into your civilian life?
Actually, I work on base still, so I haven't really just had a full transition
Okay.
yet. That's why I keep telling my sister I'm going to retire. Because just, serving military, that's what I want to do now. I grew up in the military, and at first I said I wasn't going to do it only because I got tired of traveling.
Yeah.
And then I got home and I started missing it. I started missing the people that that you meet along the way. And then, like again, when my father had passed, I had said the intuition of I wish I'd joined, and there it goes.
But you
God
didn't
bless
join
him.
until after your father passed. So
Right,
did you
right
join
after he had passed.
okay.
Because I seen him in his uniform, and then in my mind.
Right.
But I knew
I
it
can
wasn't
do
none but
this.
God, because I was
Yeah.
just talking. I had never spoke that out loud.
Okay.
That was just him laying there, and I'm saying it in my mind, I wish I would have joined the military. And
And that's what
that's
ended
when
up
somebody,
happening.
yes,
Oh,
because
wow.
somebody came in less than a week after the.
So an angel just spotted
Oh.
and say,
That's
And
what
brought it
that's
to
in my
her,
mind.
yeah.
That's what I said. And then for me being in the Air Force, because I always wanted to be in the Air Force, Katrina happened. That was my other angel to help me get into the Air
Right.
Force.
Wow.
And I
But
did
you
a
was
lot.
in Texas when Katrina happened, right? Were you in Texas?
My whole time,
Okay.
I've been in the reserve, so I've been out at Coswell, that's the only thing. But whenever they call our unit up, we go wherever they tell us to go.
Oh, okay.
But my whole time I've done that out at Coswell.
so
Go ahead.
how did your paperwork get lost? You said when Katrina happened,
Well,
your paperwork got lost.
what happened was, since I didn't pass in a time, you know how they send paperwork
Oh,
up,
okay.
and then somebody else had to say yay or nay whether you're gonna stay in or not.
Oh, okay.
So that's what happened. That's why I call it getting lost. Is it went up to the Navy headquarters or wherever,
Okay.
and that was down in Louisiana at the time.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh, I
okay.
see
so
now.
a lot of records was lost,
Oh, Lord.
Wow.
and I thank God for that, because now I retired in the Air Force.
Air Force.
That was my dream all along, but the Navy was my stepping stone to get in.
That's all right.
But I'm really surprised, because at the age of 35, you could have been doing anything or whatever, and you just.
I was hoping they said I was too old for real.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was gonna be a way of escape, huh?
Yeah, that was gonna be my scapegoat. I was gonna tell that recruiter, I told you I was too old, and then when stuff started happening, my heart was like, oh man, I'm not too old.
Oh.
And then I passed a physical for real, because
Wow.
I'm thinking exercising, getting back in the routine
Right.
and everything. And I'm like, oh, passing the test. You've been out of school so long, and then when you go and take a test, you're like,
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
scary too.
Very.
That is scary.
but
Okay.
I do thank God for the military also, because it gave me my college degree. While I
Oh,
was
good.
in, I was
Wow.
able to get me a degree. You
Yes.
know, I got a
Good.
bachelor's while I was in.
What is
so.
it in?
Mine general studies, because at that time when all these school just hard after you go and try to
Yeah.
you 40 and above going to school,
Yeah, yeah.
it gets hard.
Yeah.
And then you going back with these teenagers and you like,
They in there. Okay, we have Rodney Greenwood on the show. Hi, Rodney. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me put you on speaker. Okay, hi, Rodney.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Hey,
We have
Rodney.
Pam here with us, and we're honoring veterans, and we know that you're one, so we salute you as well, and thank you for your service.
Thank you, but I'm kind of hurting right now because, Pam, you seem like you don't remember me.
after she's told me your name, yes I do. But then at the time, like I keep saying, I'm old. Yeah, you know, you keep forgetting. I got a little years on me, so charge it to my mind, you
I
know.
was the guy that walked into the gas station. And I was your recruiter, put you in the Navy.
I know. That's why I told him my story that I got in. I mean, after my father had passed, you came in and everything like that. And that was my joy of getting into the military.
Now, were you
the
hard on the
program
Rodney?
she's referring to for adults who are like 35 or older was called the advanced pay grade. And it just gave like working adults who always had an interest in the military, it gave them a chance to come in at an older age.
So is there another age they can come in outside of 35, or is that the limit?
It's unless you're like in a dentist, like, you know, critical need jobs, like a medical officer or a dentist or something like that, nurse, you can only come in 35. But like them, they can come in up to 40 or something. Matter of fact, older than that.
Oh, wow.
As long as you retire
Yeah.
before you get sick.
But no, I just wanted to call in real quick because I'm proud of you. You know, she was a little hesitant, resistant, you know, like a lot of us candidates back in the day. But, you know, she had the mental fortitude to push through. She did everything I needed her to do, and she made a career out of it. You know, that's just a blessing from God.
That's right.
A true blessing.
Amen.
All
Is
right.
Rodney, are you still a recruiter?
Oh, no. I retired from the military in 2011, and I'm a recruiter for Bell Helicopter, but no, not the Navy anymore.
Oh,
All right.
he's on recruiter for.
Well, thank you, Rodney, for calling in. And we're going to have Bobby on the next segment of this show as well.
Okay, well, you guys have fun. I'll listen in to Bobby as well.
Okay, thank you. And
Thank
remember,
you.
thank you for your service.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Rodney.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, Rodney wanted to make sure that you remember. He put in a
He
lot
put
of
his
work.
shout-outs
Yeah,
in.
he put in a lot of
He
work
put a
to
lot
get
of
me
work in to get you
heard
in
him
there. Yeah.
say resistance, because I was like, man, I was telling him, trying to shoot him down all the way. I was coming up with all kinds of excuses just not to, because I thought being at boot camp, I was not going to, pass that, but
But you did.
because you had other people with you that's pulling together with
Oh,
you to
that's
help
good.
you get over
Well, see,
it.
that's
'Cause
good.
Now,
like I
that's
say,
good.
at 30-something years old, and you can't go take your naps and stuff like that. That's traumatizing.
Okay, Pam, before we let you go, what advice would you offer to an individual considering a career in the military? What would you tell them?
I tell them to go for it because it's a blessing in disguise. A lot of people, for one, you get to travel. You do go places that you will never. It's free at that,
Yeah.
And while you're over there, you get to spend lots of money. Because I know while I was in Korea, my family got a lot. I think I put my whole check over in Korea. Because that was nice. Stuff was at a reasonable
Price,
price.
son.
So, and plus I went at Christmas time. I believe I was over there during Christmas, so that was part of my time. But the only part is leaving your family. That's the hardest. Leaving your family is the hardest thing to do, but it's also a rewarding thing because, number one, you got to think about, in today's economy, it'll help you go to school. Like I say, I got a bachelor's degree while I was in.
That's good. That's good.
It also let me travel around the world.
Right.
Places that I didn't think I would ever go.
That's good.
And they also allowed us to travel while whenever I was stationed somewhere, they also allowed us to go. Like a lot of times we went into London, Germany, other places while we were there, so we got to even go other places, even being stationed, while we were deployed. So being in the military is a great adventure for those that, you got to get your mind right. I don't care what you do, what job you on, you got to get your mind right. But to me, it's a blessing because once you do 20 years or whatever that free check at the end of the time, oh, it's great.
Right.
It's great when you don't have to work for a check and it's coming to you,
Right.
it's real good. It's
That's
real
awesome.
good. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
And plus you have benefits that like Texas is very, very good to their veterans. Very,
That's
very
good. Thank
to
you for
their
sharing
veterans.
that.
Yes,
That's
Texas
good.
is very, very good to your veterans. And a lot of them, what it is when they get a certain disability being in, sometimes their taxes are paid.
Oh, wow.
Like now, during Veterans Day, we get free meals.
Yeah, y'all get a lot of free stuff.
Some,
yeah. Because they
Because
open
they
up the doors.
appreciate- yes.
Dennis, I know Dennis is one that is saying that y'all can come by and get a free meal. There's a lot of restaurants
Right.
that will open up the doors.
I have to shout out to I think Nicole Corey, I believe.
Yeah,
that's
that's
her
what-
name.
yeah, I like her.
She's gonna give us free breakfast
Good.
during that time.
Wow.
And
Good.
Mark Vesey will be here to talk to,
Good.
do a town hall. And I have to shout out to him also. And I found out they're, I think, ODY students or something like that, But I shout out to people that are from Texas that do everything for Texas. They say we're bigger. We are.
We are.
We are.
We do
bigger in
things
Texas.
big in
There
Texas,
you go.
right.
We do things big in Texas, and my heart goes out to Texas.
Good. Well, thank you so much,
Thank
Pam,
you.
for your time.
Thank you.
And again, she is right here at the American Legion Hall, post 838, 1250 Mansfield Avenue, Fort Worth, Texas. So you all come by, maybe you'll get to see Pam and salute her and give her what? Thank you for your services, Pam.
And have a lot of laugh, because I will keep you laughing.
Yes, she will. And stuff. And you will have fun with her. So y'all drop by one evening. And you said on Friday night y'all have the line dance. So
Friday
y'all
night.
can come by and see her with the line dance here at the post, okay? Thank you, Pam. At this time, we're going to take a break and have Fashion by Kimberly.
Thank y'all for allowing me
Thank
to
you.
be
And
here.
we're going to, how you doing, sir?
Oh, there you go.
We appreciate you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, baby.
All righty. That was so exciting. Okay, so now we're going to take a break.
Oh, yes.
And
Please do.
we're going to have Fashion by Kimberly. And again, happy Veterans Day to all the veterans that are out there. All right, Kimberly, what do you have for us tonight?
Okay, this is my fun sticker shirt from Jay Bolin, stylist Jay Bolin. I had to hang out with him this Saturday. He's one of our popular stylists in the area. He's really good. Check him out on Instagram. Jay, I got my
That
top
is
on.
beautiful.
He held the store open for me on Saturday because I was at the Healing and Nail Conference. And I was like,
yes.
Jay, I'm coming. I'm leaving the church now. Hold the door open till I get there. And of course, I got myself here with my little sequin bag.
I love that bag. I love those. I don't see how you walk in them, but you walk so good in them, Kimberly.
And you know, because they kind of got a bounce.
But you know what? I could probably wear those because they flat. Those flat shoes.
Yeah, and they sound rubbery.
I like that.
Senior
and that's your
citizen-
picture on that shirt, right?
Yes, somebody said, why do you have you on your shirt? I said, why not? Who else should I represent?
This is the one and only Fashion by Kimberly. All right. Before we call our next guest up, Miss Della Sapp says, my son was young, going to the Army and being placed with several tours to Iraq. He's now a retired 82nd Airborne.
Awesome.
Oh, he's easily shut down, even though he's now an attorney. Do you? Okay, and how your loved one do to reach you? Okay. All righty. Thank you, Queen, for your service. She said thank you. All right, so our next guest is a young man that Rodney called me and said that he had told him about our show. And we're so happy to hear from him. So at this time, we're going to greet Bobby. Come on, Bobby, on the show. Hi, Bobby. I don't know that much about Bobby, but we're just happy to have you. All righty. Okay, Bobby. Bobby is he's a stage playwright. What would you say for yourself, Bobby?
Well, you can playwright.
Okay,
and
playwright.
producer,
Okay.
Director, actor.
Oh, wow, he's all of this and above, isn't he? Okay, so Bobby, tell me a little bit about yourself before we get started. I got some questions for you.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on the show.
Oh, thank you
Yeah.
for coming.
Thank you
We're
for
excited.
coming.
Yeah, I'm originally from San Antonio.
All right, San Antonio.
Yeah, always feels good to come to the DFW. So
Yes.
we've
Well, we like to say Fort Worth. Not
Fort Worth. Well,
You know, we always say Fort Worth is still a down.
I see.
Weird.
Well, you know, I always
But
see
we
that
don't
kind
care.
of
DFW is
yeah,
okay.
DFW. Okay. Well, we call it the funk. Some people say the funk.
Oh,
Funky
really?
town. Is that
Yeah,
okay?
funky
Is that
town,
okay?
yeah.
Okay.
Cotton town. Okay, go ahead.
I heard that too. But I have a lot of family and friends up here, so I'm always usually in the area.
Oh, good.
So we brought our productions here before, so
All right.
we're coming back with a good one, with an exciting one. So
Okay, so Rodney shared with me that you have a play that you're bringing to the Metro, well, to Fort Worth, really, right?
Right,
It's gonna be
right.
it's gonna be in Fort Worth, not
Fort Worth.
Dallas, Fort Worth, Cowtown, okay? And we're excited about that. But he called and he said that I really wanted him to come and meet you and be on the show. I said, well, that's fine, bring him on, you know. But okay, so what's the name of the play that you're bringing?
this was Divorce Saved My Marriage.
Divorce
Saved My Marriage.
saved my marriage.
Yeah, it's a play on words.
But it
yeah.
said divorce saved my marriage.
That's right. Yeah, catches your attention, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Because
that's,
divorce saved my marriage.
You gonna have a lot of
That's
people out there trying to get a divorce to see if it saved them. Wait
well, I hope not. That's
a minute, let me go try that.
Hope not. That's not the goal.
Are they gonna
but-
be like me wonder how did a divorce
right?
say? So we got to come and see the play to get the answer.
Well, you know, sometimes when you're struggling, going through things, sometimes the mention of divorce will cause the other person to straighten up too.
I know it did.
yeah.
So let me share with me. I used to talk noise to my husband. Boy, I would cuss him out, talk noise, and I would threaten to divorce him. And one day he said, well, why don't you go ahead and divorce me? I went, huh? I was just saying it just to scare me. I went,
Right.
really? He said, yeah, just go and divorce me because if I have to choose between you and God, bye. I went, really? So I could see the divorce saved my marriage. That
Right.
word did.
Right.
So, okay, so when is this going to be airing? When is-
November 18th, so next weekend.
Okay, it'll be-
Saturday, 7:30 p.m. at the W.E. Scott Theater.
And have
Art
you ever
District.
heard of that theater? I've never heard
Yeah,
of
a lot
that
of people
theater.
haven't. Well, it's in the Arts District. Here in
Oh,
Fort Worth.
okay.
Yeah, we performed there a few
Off
times.
of
so-
Lancaster, yeah.
really?
Lancaster and Gindy. Yeah, 1300 Gindy is the physical address of the theater.
Gosh,
Mhm,
I've
right
been
there in
here
the corner.
all these years and never heard of that street.
well, then
I
you
ain't
learned
never
something
heard of
new.
that street.
No?
No, I've heard of Lancaster.
Gindy Street. Yeah, it's
I've
the
never
corner
heard
of
of
Gindy and Lancaster. 1300 Gindy, yeah.
Because you've been through the art district, you probably just
It's
didn't realize.
G-
Yeah,
G-
you probably didn't see it, yeah.
Gentry.
Well, it's Gindy. Yeah, Gendy. Yeah. Well, maybe you just didn't realize it, but they
That's
have
probably
they have
what
a they have an arts community here in Fort Worth. See, I'm telling you something. new
You
about this
telling me
town.
something because I've been here almost 40 some
Right.
years
Yeah,
and
you
didn't know
have.
that. But I'm sheltered.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now, what is the overall vision for this play? What do you want to come out of this play? What do you want the people to get out of it?
Well, that's a good question. There's a lot of good takeaways, but
Okay.
you know, there's one that you have as a writer, and then
Okay.
there's this the other one that the audience will walk away with. But in writing it, I just like people to take a look at how they view commitments.
Oh,
And how
that's
they
good.
view their word, and not just marriages, but just
Okay.
in friendships in
That's
total.
still good.
Oh, that's good.
I think in today's time, people are willing to throw away their relationships like an old worn-out pair of shoes.
That's
You know,
true,
Without
that's true.
without communicating or without working on it. So hopefully, the goal is when people walk away, they take a look at themselves and the way that they vow their commitments in their relationships.
And even if they're thinking about divorce, they may just erase it after they see this play.
And you know, I've had some. This is well. So
Uh-huh.
we opened the show in San Antonio. That's home. we've had a show in Killeen, and people still talking about it. So I have had a lot of feedback to where it has helped, which is
That's
good.
good.
So
that's
another
good
goal.
because if they walking in there, because you might be dealing with that, and then they walk into your play and they come out and say, you know what, I might give it another try.
Right.
Is that what we're gonna try to get out of this?
That's right. Well, and it encompasses a lot of things. So there's friendships that needs to be mended. There's
Right.
restoration.
good.
There's communication issue. There's business,
Okay.
finances,
All
money.
right, yes.
So all this is in display. So it's a good comedy. Got some good singing in
Oh,
it.
you got some laughter in there
yeah,
too?
yeah. You gotta
Oh,
have
wow.
that. Yeah, some comedy and some good drama and some singing, some good singing.
Okay, let me ask you this. How do you handle rehearsals, and how do you do that? Because you have, how many people you partner in this play?
That's a cast of 7, including myself.
Okay.
Okay.
You're in it too?
Right, I am.
Oh, wow.
And
So
you're
how
in
do
it.
y'all
Yeah.
do rehearsals? Are you real demanding or strict or what? Because you don't look
Well-
like you a real strict
Well,
person.
don't let the smile fool you.
Oh,
Well, I only say that because when it
Okay.
comes to entertainment, as you will,
Yeah.
people giving their time, giving their money.
That's
I
true.
don't take any of that for granted.
Right.
So I want us to be, put our best foot
That's
forward.
good.
The best production that we possibly can. But I'm not rude or mean.
You don't have the belt on.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Come on, Bobby.
my cast may say something different, but
Okay, but we got to
I
go
do-
interview the cast.
Yeah, you
then.
probably do.
Wait a minute, is this one of your? Oh, look, who is Kathy Smith? Is that one?
That's my
somebody?
cousin. She
Okay, she's giving you a hand clap on
she
here.
is, well, she lives in the she
In the
lives in
area?
Mesquite. She lives in Mesquite.
Okay.
So
Now,
what
who
side is that
Natalie
on?
Watson? Do you know
That's
that?
my sister. Uh-huh.
Okay, she said,
she
please
lives in
go and
Killeen.
support my brother's play. We're gonna try to be there, okay? It's awesome. And let's see who is Frenchie Santini, Tiny?
She's a good friend of mine. She's
Okay,
from San
great
Antonio.
play and
She's a good
phenomenal
supporter.
playwriter. Don't miss
she,
this.
She does wonderful voiceovers, and she's also in the arts as well. So.
Oh, really? And Kathy said, I will be an attendant, cousin Bobby.
She
You
will.
had better be there, Kathy.
That's
you
right.
get to him. Okay, who is Shayla? Anthony? Oh, that's my big brother.
Yeah, that's my sister.
Oh, really? Hey, sister. We so happy to be sharing your brother. Okay. All right. Go
And
ahead.
when you, go ahead.
Wait a minute. Now, my head going from here to there. Who's going to ask him a question?
So when you were younger, were you a writer? Did you write a lot when you were younger? Or did you see Tyler Perry and decide, hey, I can do that?
It wasn't Tyler Perry, but let me go back. So I
'Cause
had
you
a.
look really young.
He does
Well,
look
thank you,
young.
thank
That's
you,
what I'm trying
thank
to.
you.
Like, you
When
look
you say
really
younger,
young.
Thank you. I'm a young man.
I
look
can tell
really
you're in your
young.
20s. huh?
I'm 50.
Are you serious? You're not
You're not
no 50. Bobby,
50.
stop lying on the
No,
show.
No, you're not.
No, I am.
mean, for real.
No, for real.
No, you're
you
not.
really 50?
March
What?
20th. Yes, March
No,
20th.
you're not.
Dang, I was
Yes,
thinking
for
he
real.
was in his late
Yeah,
late
like
30s.
early
Well, that's
40s,
good. That's
maybe.
good. I appreciate that.
I think he.
But
I
no,
think
I would
he's
never.
acting young.
No,
yeah,
no,
I think you're
no, I
making.
wouldn't
We
lie.
want to see a birth certificate.
I need a birth certificate because you look really
He
young.
should.
Thank
Yeah.
you. No, I wouldn't lie to you.
But did you, like she said, were you a writer in your younger days?
I in high school, me and
you
a
did?
couple of friends of mine, we did some journaling. So we did some
okay.
short stories, and I had a
Oh,
vision to be in a film then. But actually, it wasn't until my first play in L.A. So it was
All right,
God
you
Don't.
went to L.A.
Well, on a visit, on vacation.
Okay, okay.
A young lady that I was dating at the time, she took me to my first play, and it was God Don't Like Ugly. So it was Carlton
Don't be
Hamilton.
good like us.
Okay, I
No,
remember
so
that.
that's
I do
so
remember
that's the
that.
first show that I was
Right.
that the theater book hit me, that I was like, I want to do this. This is what I want to do.
Wow.
So let me ask you this. Because see, when I'm writing my skits, I get all this stuff and I'm trying to type it at one time because it's coming to me like that. How do you do yours when you're writing? Did you write this skit? I mean, this play?
I've written 23 plays.
Whoa!
Yeah, so
Wow.
That is.
I don't know.
So
Well,
how do you do it? You just
Right.
go to writing? I know.
well, the way it works for me is whenever generally, whenever there's a topic that just stick with me, that's the way I'm led to write.
Okay.
So then from that point, I would do a lot of research because I like to research and know what it is, everything that I possibly can find on what I'm writing about. So, I do that, and then I take some time to think about the characters, how I want to tell the story,
Okay.
and
That's-
then I'll start brainstorming,
Okay.
the details of the plot. and then the subplots that I like to bring out. And then after that, then once when I start writing.
So do you use the same cast that you have now in all your plays, or you have different ones?
Well, there's a few that I've used that are recur. Well,
Okay.
there's two characters that are recurring. There's a Miss Jenkins character, and then there's a character that I play, which is I'm Mr. Williams. So I'm a bookkeeper.
Okay.
So the thing about it is, in every play, I'm always the main character's financial guy. I'm always his
Okay.
book. So that brings Mr. Williams on the scene. So I always have a relationship issue.
Okay.
That's the main plot, and then the subplot is always a financial crisis.
Okay.
And the way that the two come together is like a race of time, and that the characters have to activate their faith to determine the outcome.
Wow.
So those two recurring, and then there's in this particular production, I have two people that are new working with us for the first time, and they're doing a wonderful job.
So how do you get your characters? How do you get them?
I just a thought process, just brainstorming, like,
Who you think will play this part and like that, or
well,
do they
You
audition?
cast, yeah. Do you,
I've done it different ways. Sometimes I have done open auditions, and then sometimes I have closed auditions. So a lot of times I'm out recruiting. Like if I
Okay.
see someone that sings well or a comedian that's very funny,
Okay.
and then I can see them playing a particular character, I approach them and
That's
see if they have
good.
something. And and then there's a list of people that have stated their interest that I slowly get around to and implementing them in one of the shows.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
do they get paid?
They do.
You think they gonna travel for
Well,
nothing?
Yeah, they do.
That one day with Tyler Perry.
When
traveled
Tyler
all those
Perry
years,
started, they
Yeah.
Finally got paid.
Well,
Oh.
I mean, and rightfully, I mean, it takes a lot of money to do
It
these
sure
shows,
does.
and especially when you talk about taking a production to a different city. I mean, it's expensive. It takes a lot of money, especially,
does.
and the more the bigger your production is, the more money you pay. So, but I work to pay everybody in the play. Yeah.
So you still working along with doing this? This is
No,
not
ma'am.
your-
Thankfully, I've been doing this full time for the past 12 years.
Wow.
That's all
Yeah.
you do is just do
Congratulations.
plays?
That's what I do.
Oh,
That's
Lord, have
talented.
mercy. Let me touch you, brother. You
That's
must be on it, but
talented.
that's good.
Well, I've always my degree's in business management, so
Okay, that's good.
I just believe, and this is just me personally. I just believe a man creates or build things, with his hand. That's just me. So I've always wanted to work for myself.
I
And the
don't blame
last
you.
time I worked in a corporate setting, they laid me as well as 330 people off. And and they gave us a service package and everything, but I just prayed then. I said, if I never have to work for nobody else
Right.
Again, then I won't. So.
I've been there too. They laid 3,500 engineers off, and I was
Oh,
one of
wow.
those engineers.
Yeah.
I just didn't go back to being an engineer anymore. So.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. How do you determine which city or state that you're gonna bring your play to?
Yes.
And how many days did you give each city or state?
No,
That's
how
a-
many
well,
days? Do you do the weekends or do you do sometimes you might do a week.
Right. I
So-
like that question. Yeah. No, I like to do them all.
You
If I
do
could.
them
Well, we're still. I've done 150 shows, and most of them have been throughout Texas. But the furthest we've gone was Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
So now, in the past, it's been weekends.
Oh, okay.
But eventually, I like to continue to grow as God open doors to where we do a national tour, and that's when you see the week,
Right.
or a few days where you stay in the city.
Right.
So the way that I pick is just, especially here in Texas, since I'm from San Antonio, and I was
Right.
also in the military. I
Right.
was in the Army 5 years. I know
good.
you're talking
Thank you
about.
for your
Yeah,
service.
yeah,
Thank
'cause,
you.
Know what
Rodney,
branch was you in?
I was in the Army.
Army.
Okay, you know.
Yeah.
How long?
5 years.
5 years.
92 to 97.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
No.
So
Yeah.
I just pick, living in Texas, you gotta go to, Houston, which we'll do that in the new year. DFW, I know you don't like that.
Forward, we beat
Yeah.
you, Dallas.
Yeah, we
this
beat
time.
Dallas.
In
Yeah.
Killeen. So those are areas that really love the art. So you got to do those first.
So who's your promoter? Do you promote?
Myself, yes.
You
ma'am.
pro-
I-
okay.
He does it all. I like that. He does it all.
So you make your flyers and
Well, I don't do that. I have someone design it
Okay.
according to the way I would like. But as far as the design and the print of that's just basically me telling them how I want it and things like that. But as
Right.
far as promotion, yes, I'm my own promoter.
Now let me ask you this before we get ready to close out. Now, do you take suggestions from your cast if they have something that they want to
Look
bring
how he
to
looking.
it?
Yeah,
He looks so excited. He looks so excited. Like,
He done put his,
good, let
he
me
done
talk
put his
this,
hands
yeah.
on his
You
hip
know what?
now.
That would be a really great question for you to ask them. But
I can't wait to meet this cast.
no, but I do. I mean, because it's a team effort, right? So I want them to be able to give their best and from their perspective of what would help them to bring out their character the most. So yeah, I do. I'm open to suggestions. Whatever's
That's
going to make
good.
the overall production better, of course.
Who is Jacqueline? She said, may I answer? I'm going to tell she call in. Yeah, you can call in.
She's the main actress
he
in the
does.
play.
He's
Call in at
and-
817.
Yeah, she's gonna say some. I ain't
648.
gonna tell her what she's gonna say.
I'm telling her to call in.
Wow.
648, what is it? 6535. Call me now, Miss Jacqueline. Call
Yeah,
now so we can get it from you.
And,
Okay.
speaking of, she's part of the cast. I have a wonderful cast. Jacqueline Carter is the main lead. She's a wife. Walter Sanders III. He's from Fort Worth.
She's your
Walter Sanders III. He's from Fort Worth. Yeah, he's
You know him, Cam?
No, I was gonna ask him if he had any casts
Yeah.
from our city.
He's originally from Fort Worth. Brian Roche, Genevia Lachey, Miss Sandra Simmons, Miss Elizabeth Wells.
They got on here Robert Woodson, Cedric Summerall, Nudie Hill, Carlton Young, Tamisha Franklin. Now, who are those?
He look at you like,
She may be
Tex
that's your
Rowe?
cast?
She may be.
Oh, Tex, I went to high school with him.
Oh,
Tex Rowe, yeah,
These are some of your high school people you know?
well, yeah, let me
I
see.
think they're just tagging
Yeah,
people
the
to watch
Tex,
the show.
Wendell Rover. I went to high school. I've been knowing him for since we were kids. We went to the same church and we went to
Wow.
went to high school
Okay, because
together.
he said, we're proud of you, man. San Antonio, stand up. All right, we got him in Fort Worth, okay? San Antonio, no, we got him in Fort
Funky
Worth.
Town.
All right, we got him in funky time, okay? But yeah, so if somebody wanted to be an actor, what can you share with them to encourage them to go for it? Or would you encourage them to go for it? He's like, boy, you asking me some questions.
No, I like it though. I love questions. Well, me personally, I always encourage someone to write. You know,
Okay,
but
okay.
because we all have a story to tell.
Okay.
So and nobody can tell your story like you can.
That's
you know?
right,
So
that's right.
that's the way that I always like to encourage someone to stir up that creative side.
Oh,
But
okay.
the only way to act is to do it, right?
To
To
do
get
that.
out there and audition and to
That
get
is
into
true.
many auditions as possible. So that's my advice.
Well, do you have? Let me ask you this here: do you have characters that that you know that they how you put it? You know that they can really play this part, but they don't look like that part. They can really play the part, but they don't look like they can play the. I mean, like they
What do
can
you mean?
really play a bad part, but they really not like that in real life. They can
Right.
play that demonic part, that
Oh.
bad part, but they
I agree.
really not like that in the life.
Well, that's
That's like you, huh?
Well, I play a nerdy character.
Oh, really?
So I mean, I'm a little goofy myself, but that's the essence of
So
acting.
acting. That's what you call acting.
Right. It's best to play someone other than yourself.
Yeah.
Right, that's what
That's
I'm
really-
saying.
yeah,
So
so-
you can do that.
Well,
But you say you nerdy.
Well, yeah. If I was to play a bad character, I don't know. People probably laugh at me. They probably would take me serious. I'd probably laugh at myself. If I was to work. That would take a long time of rehearsals. Yeah.
Now, is it difficult for your family with you traveling so much? If you have a family,
I'm single, so no kids.
Okay, ladies, single.
You don't have any children?
No
Almost
kids. I'm
50.
single, so 50. Yeah. So
I'm shocked. This man is 50 years old, doesn't have
yeah.
any children,
March,
and he's
he did.
single.
no. This past March.
oh,
No.
this past
Yeah,
March.
right. This past March.
wow,
And he's handsome, too.
You AARP, welcome to the club. Give me some AARP. Welcome to the club.
Aunt Shirley is watching.
That's my okay.
Love you, Aunt Shirley.
That's my auntie. That's
Okay, Auntie, we ain't gonna get him in trouble.
She's watching all the way from Everett, Washington.
From where?
Everett, Washington.
Oh wow, we got people from Washington watching. Thank you.
That's where
And then here's his hey nephew. This is June Armstead Williams.
That's my other aunt. She's
Man, you have a lot of followers.
She's in Killeen.
And Rodney saying San Antonio just like Compton, born and raised. Rodney, you always got something to say.
But Rodney's from San Antonio too, though.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he come talking about San Antonio like Compton.
Right.
Now look, my husband is from Compton in that area now, Rodney. Okay, but this is okay to Shayla. We're gonna keep it that way. All right, girl, y'all go. Okay, before we close, come on, Bobby, tell us again when is your play is going to be.
It's going to be next weekend, the 18th.
Okay.
That is the Saturday, the 18th, 7:30 p.m.
Okay.
At the W. Scott Theater here in Fort Worth.
In Fort Worth.
Yeah, and we have some really good singing, some good music written by Danielle Hamilton.
Okay.
From San Antonio. She's done a wonderful job with these songs. It's guaranteed to make the ladies shout a little bit.
All right.
So it's going to be a fun time, and so hopefully everybody can come out and support us and have a good
Yes.
evening.
Sound like it's gonna be fun.
Okay, Elizabeth Wells, come on, Bobby.
That's Miss Jenkins. in the
Okay,
play.
that's Miss Jenkins. I'm just trying to call y'all name out so y'all will know that we love you guys, okay?
How much are the tickets?
The $35 for
Okay.
adults and group discounts apply. For a group of 10s is $30.
Oh, good. Okay, so I need to go grab
Oh.
10 people off the
Well,
street.
we'll be. Let me see. Well, they won't be here to the Friday when we. I'll be here to the 16th, and then they'll come up when I come back on the 18th.
Oh,
And
Okay.
they can also somebody else on there.
Octavia.
I tell you, that's like.
She said, so proud of you sharing your gift. Frenchie says, go support. Natalie said, the cast is awesome. And Miss Deli is one of Linda friends, I guess. She said, great show, ladies. Thank you. Thank you all. I love you, Miss Linda Smiley. Elizabeth Wells say, love you too. Thank you all for your comments and everything. Bobby, are you going to try to make it back next Monday?
I'll be here. Yes, I'll be
Okay,
here.
Bobby's
Saturday.
gonna come back.
Talk about this
Yeah, because we want Bobby to
Okay,
come back with
okay.
us next Monday. So y'all gonna tune in again. Everybody that was talking to them tonight, we're gonna have him back next Monday because we want people to come to the show. Okay? So hopefully I'm trying to come to
the
this one.
cast couldn't come.
They out of town.
Oh,
They
they
out of
Yeah,
San
they live in
Antonio.
San Antonio. That would be
Okay,
good
then
for them
who
to
is
come.
Ron Burton? He said, my man Bobby,
he's from
you
high
have come a long way from Brownleaf. Congratulations. Hey, I'm trying to audition y'all. My man Bobby, yeah.
He said Brownleaf.
He said Brownleaf.
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
yeah, that's a street we lived on in middle school,
Oh,
elementary.
really?
Yeah. We went to high school. Well, I've been knowing him since elementary, since high school. So
Okay.
we have come a long way.
I'm trying to, I know we going a little bit over. I'm trying to get on the show. I'm trying to get in the play, y'all.
Can I
Hey.
be a stand off somewhere?
Well, you know what? The way you was modeling, I'm sure we can use
do
that. Yeah, you can do something. You can do
Yeah,
something.
see? And I tell you what, man, I'm trying to play. Who I don't know.
I can be the secretary. What's that, the accountant? I can be the secretary.
Oh
to the
yeah. I
accountant.
do. I need an assistant. I do.
Yeah, see?
Mr. Tubball and Carol Burnett.
Oh, you can
Yeah.
do Carol Burnett part.
Well, I'm gonna do Lucy then. I'm gonna do Hello Lucy.
Yeah, you can do Carol
No, I'm gonna do
Burnett.
Edie Bunker because I played that good with my husband. When he found out I got laid off, I had to run to him and say, baby, please don't leave me. Baby, please don't leave me. So, but anyway, we're so happy to have you on the show. We
This
looking
is fun.
forward to next Monday because we're gonna ask him some more questions about this awesome play called Divorce what?
Save my marriage.
Divorce Saved My Marriage. And that's
He
true.
ain't never been married. Talking about
I know, but he talking about divorce. Okay, y'all, we gotta close this
I
show
was
out.
for a short
We're gonna
period of time.
talk to
for a short
him.
period of time.
Short
Okay, we're
period
gonna
of
get
Okay,
all
we're
this
gonna find out some more about Bobby on our next show. So y'all gonna tune in next Monday now. We're gonna be live with Bobby. Is it
Bobby's
Mac?
gonna come
What is
back.
it?
McMorris. Bobby McMorris.
Okay, see, that's the one and only. I like that Bobby.
That's right.
All right, so
That's gonna
Bobby,
be fun.
did you fashion? Yeah, you already fashion. Okay, so we're gonna close out with the Talk of Life talk show with Bobby in the house. Come on back up here, Pam. Come on, Pam. And we had Pam as our veteran, and I didn't know Bobby was in the was used to be.
Support tech on your play, cause we getting rid of this one over here.
No, give us some music, Carlos. And we're so happy to have both of these veterans on our show tonight. I didn't know Bobby was a veteran, Pam.
That's right.
Oh, wow. See, they remember each other coming out Coswell. Y'all come on, help us out. We got some T-shirts here I want y'all to advertise for us. All righty here. We always like to, my son has a business, Bobby.
Okay.
And one of his businesses is T-shirts. And I'm going to give you, I'm going to model this one for us.
Okay.
I want you to model
All right.
this one.
Walk right there.
So you can walk down there. There you go, Bobby. Bobby has the shirt that said, pray, pray, pray. We need to keep praying for Bobby and this play that's coming up. Okay? Come on back, Bobby. And then come on, Pam. Pam is going to do this one. This is our fish shirt. Because we have people that does fish. Yeah, you can do and she has the fish shirt right there. Because some people love those betta fish and everything. And then we have our, look at Pam, go girl. Pam do those line dancing. And we also do church shirts. That's our Church Within International shirt. And then Kim has our inspirational shirt. Because we love to inspire people with our shirts, okay? And then we also know that people like those little pussycat purr. So look at it. See, Bobby got it. Bobby got it. Here, Pam. Bobby got that little pussycat purr. And then Pam got the one that says, what, Pam? It said, I don't look like what I've been through. And then, was that all of them? Oh, okay. Then he had faith. Baby, you're going to need a lot of faith. We need some faith for this play that's coming up on November 18th at 7:30. Divorce, Save My, what? Marriage. All right. Thank you, Bobby. Bobby just said like he part of the family up here. We going to hate when you have to go back to San Antonio. But, Bobby, we're going to have to come down there. I know that's right. We have a timeshare down there. I can't think. It's called Village something over there in San Antonio. Oh, I can't think of that, but it's a timeshare down there. We come down there and spend some time. We used to have a photo booth down there, and we had to move it back up because the guy got busy selling houses. So, but anyway, we want to thank you, Pam, and we want to thank you, Bobby. We salute you all. How you do it, Pam? And then go down. Oh, yes, I love it. I love it. Do you do that too?
I don't do it.
Bobby, you're so funny. Bobby said been so long. But anyway, y'all make sure. What you say, Pam?
I left that one.
But thank you all again. If you would love to be on the show, contact me at www.elmatalkshow.com. We would love to have you. We have a lot of fun. And remember, next Monday, Bobby's going to be back with us, y'all. So, hey, y'all come on, tune in, and we're going to have some more fun with you, Bobby. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you so much for introducing me to Bobby. Oh, and then another thing, Bobby, we're going to introduce you to, the Kirk booth. And the Kirk booth is growing so fast because we do the most beautiful pictures. You can check us out at www.thekirkbooth.com. It is a photo booth. We can roll you around. We can roll you around. And not only that, we're coming up with a new thing where we can start dropping off the photo booth. So if you want to rent the photo booth for your own private sessions, maybe you want to do something in your bedroom and you need a photo booth. Oh, not you, London. We talking about this new generation. Okay, but you can rent our photo booth. That will be coming up shortly where you can rent it and we can drop it off, set it up, and we'll pick it back up. So that's something new that's going to come out with the Kirk booth. So y'all start renting. We know Christmas is coming up. We know Thanksgiving. We have a lot of, hey, they're booking fast. Marriages, weddings, not the one on your. But we might even have the Kirk booth at his play, okay? We never know where the Kirk booth will be. So check us out, www.thekirkbooth.com. And Rodney and all of us are going to go take some pictures so y'all will see not Rodney. Bobby is going to be taking pictures with us, Rodney. And you are not here, Rodney, so we're going to take Bobby and Pam and all of us going to take some pictures so y'all will see them with the Kirk booth, okay? And our pictures never
And we're number
fade.
8 in the city.
Yes, Fort Worth. So rent us,
the gold seal.
and we're real reasonable too. So y'all help a sister out, okay? Help a sister out. They change your wigs all the time. But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. We know we went a little bit over, but we had the one and only Rodney on our show tonight, and the one and only Bobby. Why I keep saying Rodney, Bobby, and Pam on the show. Rodney messed us up.
Rodney introduced us.
Rodney was our connection.
That's the reason why I was saying that. But his name is Bobby. He's handsome. He's single. And he looks so young. I can't believe that. But anyway, good night, y'all. May God bless you and keep you until we what? See you face to face. Good night.
Good night. Carlos is taking our picture way back.
Oh.